crunching opening break. Deserves a ball, is not going to get a ball. That's tough.
Squared this one up as well. I'm really surprised this is dry. Look how many balls go and threaten to go in the centre pockets, then the corner pockets. One of those breaks you know you've hit well, and you're kind of just waiting to hear the rattle of a ball falling in, and you're darting around going, well, surely it's going to happen any second, and it doesn't. I think Andrew was playing on the red near the yellow to top left as a plant, and he's just slid behind the yellow. I'm not sure if that red passes the yellow to top right. He had a quick glance as he walked around there. It is, well, it doesn't look on from the camera angles we've got in the commentary box. There you see it. And if it goes, then this is golden opportunity. If it doesn't go, it's a major, major problem. Well, that tells us it doesn't go. Try to move it.
Difficult to win this frame from here for Andrew Patchett. Every ball he pots and he doesn't deal with the problem, the less likely he is to win the frame. But we saw just a few moments ago he's got the big shots in the locker.
Might be able to get there one cushion with reverse side. There's the reverse. Oh, hit the gap.
I mean, he's unlucky there. He's played a brilliant shot. Yeah, even tougher to win the frame from here.
He has got enough angle to get across and get into it. It's just whether you play into it. If the yellow that's furthest right near the pocket wasn't there, you'd screw past it probably. If you play into it, every chance you snooker yourself. What does he decide to do?
I think he's got a shot. It's not much, but he's got a shot.
I was about to say the same. He might have one, and it's not a great one. It's not a great chance, this.
Yeah, and he's got to be a bit wary of the cue ball as well, because he's got an 8 ball to be on after this.
The double going helps. I didn't think the double was on when it first laid like this.
I'll tell you what.
How good is that?
I tell you what, Patch. What a finish this is to start his night. Well, there we go. Don't we look like geniuses? We've built up his shot-making ability in the moments before this match, and he's gone and found another highlight for us. What a finish that is.
Brilliant double. It really is. It's so hard from there to pick out the doubling angle. I actually wasn't sure he was on it straight away. I thought he was going to have to kind of drop it in the middle or something, which is incredibly tough. But brilliant double, brilliant out. And it just shows you his first shot there, his first shot on the whole night was just a little off. You know, it was a couple of rolls too far, and it sent him down that horrible path where everything was going to be on that last shot, and he came up with the goods.
Andrew Patchett's break. Leading 1-0.
Andrew Patchett building his own personal highlight reel in the Champions League this season. Beautiful break. Cue ball perfect. Look at this split. Look at this split. Everything completely wide open. He's actually been a little unlucky.
Yeah, he might. I suppose he's still going to have to go yellows here, I think. But reds are really awkward in the bottom end. When he is on this yellow to the corner, so take the yellows, play on the one that's furthest up the table where there isn't much room. And then try and... It's the one on the left-hand side. It's awkward because you've got to get on it, but you want to be on it fairly straight so that you don't snook yourself on one that you'd leave. It's not the end of the world. I like the thought process, though, just attacking it straight away. It's not worked, but trying to get on that ball is obviously the key to the frame.
might have to settle here for having to leave it from distance.
I think he's contemplating playing safe. The problem is the minute he pots the ball over bottom right, then the frame's gone if he doesn't get out. That's what he's thinking.
Oh, that's so clever.
Well, I don't believe he was trying to make that over the bottom right, because there's no benefit to making this here. If that yellow drops in and he's worse position for it, okay, he'd have to come up with some sort of double, probably. I'll be surprised if he tried to make it.
Well, Patchett so far, you're just not 100% sure, are you? The shots that he's taking on.
That's it. You're not. I'm not.
So it's just a loss of turn for Neil. And yes, it's a percentage play. Cannot knock it. But Andrew will just be pleased to be back at the table here. And we've already seen he's an excellent player in getting himself out of pretty tight spots. He's going to wait. He's going to contain.
Not sure what else he could do there. It's hard to find a way to get that going anywhere near a pocket. He's a huge second favourite for this frame now.
He's played a clever shot though. So I don't think Neil's got a pop. And the yellows aren't particularly safe now because they're both hanging over that middle pocket. The only one Neil can take on is at the top of the table. He's choosing against it.
Got to try and come up with something. You can't play safe, you can't contain, there's nowhere to hide the white. Got to come up with something. Cool. Very, very nearly did.
Yeah, a lot of moving parts there, but in the end nothing fell down a hole. Raybone's patience rewarded. There's never going to be anything else other than smooth sailing for the Razor here. Those are the types of finishes that he's so dependable on. Neil's one of those players that doesn't necessarily sort of have an X factor or a superpower, but he's so reliable and consistent. You never feel like he doesn't get what he shouldn't, or what he should rather.
Yeah, I've always said that about Neil. I felt for a long time that he always used to beat the players he was meant to beat, and it would take a very special player to beat him because he was such a consistently high performer. See, that hasn't been the case for a little while now. We see more dips in form from him for whatever reason, but when he gets a layout like that, he's a very clinical player. You would have feared the worst for a moment there, having had the first break not make a ball. Hits this one even harder. Balls flying everywhere, and it took a little while for that ball to drop in. These are pretty good. I think he's going to go reds because they all go. All the yellows go as well. Just the connections and the starter. The red at the bottom's a little bit away from the rest of his work, but there's plenty of room to land on it. Doesn't need to get sort of down the table, just probably what, halfway between the reds and near the middle pocket and the one at the bottom. He can get further down if he needs to, but or wants to. Looked like he completely mistimed that. Was he just trying to hold? I would have assumed he was trying to hold that and it rolled forward a few rolls. He's actually in a bad spot here. Just off straight the wrong way. It goes an extra roll up the table. I think it's easier. No, he was just straight enough that he could just punch it in. I thought he might have just been having the angle where he's just sort of caught a turn going towards the red, but it wasn't the case.
Lovely finish from Neil Raybone. 2-1 he leads, 7.5 minutes to play. There's a bit of time being taken out of this match already. All it really takes is one sort of semi-tactical frame where both players have a few shots and all of a sudden the match clock can just evaporate on you. Situation you always want to be leading. Patchett looking to level things back up. His first break he hit beautifully, that much less so. Lost the cue ball, but he's going to make a ball, and he actually, I think, gets a slightly better split than he had first time around.
It's a brilliant split. It really is. This is as good as it gets. Very nice. Connections are absolutely ideal. These in a little over a minute. It was a good break, loads of power in it. Lost the cue ball slightly, but wasn't punished. Great split, great finish. 2 each we go. And when we play our next shot in this match, it will be on the 15-second shot clock. And this match right now is absolutely anybody's. Will be happy if he gets splits like that all night. It's a powerful break, brilliant run out. Yeah, those are ones that the
very top players just consider freebies.
Yeah, exactly the term they use. It, you know, it's a freebie. You know, free clearance from a great break. It belittles the clearance a little bit, but you've still got to mind your work, do the right things. But all the players expect to get those, and he did.
15-second shot on play. Frame 5. You're over to break. 2 frames.
Cool.
It's a poor break.
He hasn't been punished. Look at this.
It's a very poor break from Neil, and it's a decent enough layout here. These yellows are okay. These yellows go. Expect him to get these. He's got a bit of work to do at the top end of the table, but he's got a couple of ways of dealing with it.
Yeah, hand went up there from Neil. He knew he got away with one. Yellows are a little tricky. They're not guaranteed.
Interesting to see how he plays this next one. Or he might deal with the 2 at the bottom because he's so straight on the one up the table. But you take the one up the table, you could play it off the red, or you could leave it there and then play on the one at the top. Yeah, he's a little short though. Another 2 rolls up, straight in was perfect. As long as he's avoiding the cannon on the red and the yellow, you can play this with a little bit of right-hand side to sort of spin out into the open. Oh, he's even thinner on it than I thought, so he's come all the way down the table and left the one at the top up.
Yeah, and now he's got a real shot to play.
He's not on anything. He's just going to pull back. The red at the top of the table doesn't go. The red on the left-hand side is awkward, so pulling back, even though you've only got 3 on the table, he'll feel like he's going to get a better chance than taking on the double there.
This may well be the last frame of the match at 3 minutes left. Andrew Patchett is lining up a kick plant here. He is going for it.
This is incredibly difficult to find this line. Oh, no. No, no, no.
Goodness. That is ridiculous. Andrew Patchett enters another shot into his own personal highlights collection in this year's Champions League. That's a contender for shot of the tournament.
It's not just the nature of the kick plant. He also broke out the bad ball at the top of the table. Off the charts good.
God, that was special. That was seriously special.
He's not out the woods yet, but he's got an opportunity that Neil Raybone was not expecting him to have.
Yeah, got to go coast to coast a couple of times here. Oh, that's a good shot. That helps a lot.
Decision time. Yeah, do you come down, play underneath it to play it on the top left? Maybe as a big pocket, come down, play the plant, play into it in the end. He's okay, he'll take that. Could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot better as well, but at least he has a shot.
It's a toughie. Oh, what an out this is. What an out this is. This is a properly naughty one from Andrew Patchett. And to do that at 2-2 with a minute and a half left in a Champions League match is special. Neil Raybone pulled back and left Andrew Patchett absolutely nothing, or so he thought. That, for me, may well be the shot of the tournament.
Oh, it's without a doubt the shot of the tournament for me. That is just the freeze frame there before he played the shot. He got out from that position. He cleared up from that position is silly. I think Neil Raybone played a fabulous choice of shot. He'll be disappointed he didn't get the clearance because the clearance was there for him. But that was very, very special from Andrew. The kick plant, obviously he's not necessarily playing to open up the ball at the top of the table. The kick plant was a fabulous shot. getting the plant was a bonus, but that was far from the end of it. Just outrageous.
Leading 3 frames to 2.
If you take Chris Melling out of the tournament, it's up to you to find the mad clearances.
It's almost
that was one that Melling would have been proud of.
It's almost as though you embody the the attributes of the players you knock out.
Yeah, he's taken his spirit.
That was very much Chris Melling-esque. Okay, not the greatest of splits here, but that doesn't matter. He just needed to make a ball. He should get the MO here that he just has to pot the 4 open reds, and he's done and dusted in this match. Once you've called your extension, which he has, it's 4 drop-in reds.
Can I just say, by the way, we'll have another look at it when we come back in the studio after this match. Because it looks like Andrew's sort of done the hard work here, barring anything really crazy. The red he played up to top left was a serious pot.
It wasn't a big pocket in terms of you float it up there and it's a big pocket that way. You could play it off the yellow or you could play it direct, but there was a big gap in between. And he just decided to float it in like it was hanging over the pocket.
Didn't even touch the sides.
Yeah.
It was clean as a whistle. He looks bob on, does Andrew Patchett. Said before the night properly got underway that you could argue he's the form player. Well, absolutely he is right now. What a performance from Andrew Patchett, who wins the match 3 frames to 2 with one of the best clearances we've seen in this Champions League and any tournament. Patchett on the board and tops the group in the last 16. We'll be back in a moment.